Hello, my name's Lee and welcome to another episode of Retro Cars Reborn. Let's do it.
So, what you're going to want to do is go from this disgusting part to this. Leaving you with a nice surface area to play with. Now all I've done is used a drill with a wire wheel and one handheld wire brush. So again, no expensive tools needed, it's just time. Just want to go from disgusting to a lot better. So there we go, this is a bit more time spent on it. You can see it's getting better and better and better. If you can afford to have stuff sandblasted, I would highly recommend you get it sandblasted. It would save you all this time. Or if you want to go to the car shows and be like, hey, this entire car, I built it, painted every bit of it, polybushed every bit of it, a lot. So this one was gone over with just a cheap angle grinder and a cheap wire wheel. So you know, you're you're spending less, and you're getting the enjoyment out of refurbing your own car. So there we go, another comparison. Spend a bit more time on it. See, compared to what it started off like. Disgusting. So I've just moved to a flat disc now on the angle grinder, and there might be some people who are saying, you know, it ain't gonna last if you do it this way, if you don't get it sandblasted and powder coated. I've got a Ford Capri which I put back on the road 2 years ago. It had been off the road for 20 years, and I literally I did this to the rear axle, the subframe, everything underneath, and it still looks good. Nah, it's a 2-litre laser and I use it every single day. That will make an appearance on the channel eventually, but yeah, so we'll keep cracking on. So, once you've got it to a relatively nice, clean condition, you know, as clean as you want it to be, you can start adding your protection and your paint. Well, the first thing I would do with this, bam, red oxide primer. It's mint. I mean, you can paint stuff with it, it stops rust. It's great. I've painted many suspension components with it before, and they're still good now. So yeah, I'm just going to brush that on. You can get red oxide primer that's a spray paint. It's a lot faster, but it makes a lot more mess. So I'm just going to go with the brushable option. Now normally, what I paint it with next is just your black direct to rust or direct to metal paint in a smooth black. 8 years protection that gives you. I mean, I've never had something I've painted that long so I wouldn't really know if it lasts that long. But I say I've got cars with it on that I've had for 3 years since painting suspension components, and they're still good now. But on this one, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to red oxide primer it, but then after that, I'm going to stone chip. I'm going to stone chip it. It doesn't look as nice as your paint because it comes out matte. But if it doesn't look any good, obviously I'll show you. And then if it doesn't look anywhere near as good as I want it to, then I'll just paint it with the direct to rust paint. Again, you can spray paint it all if you wanted to. It's totally up to you. I was also going to do a video on the removal of these bushes, but there are so many mx5 bush removal videos, I don't see the point in adding to the collection. So I'll go ahead and paint it, and then I shall show you the result. So there we go, that's one coat of the red oxide primer. As you can see, it does look pretty nice, and that is just hand painted. So as you can see, I've still got all these parts to clean up and go through, which is going to be so much fun. It's time consuming, really, but I finished one. If we move away over here, and there we go, and this is what you will be left with once you're done. So just cleaned it up, red oxide primered it, sprayed it with the stone chip, and then we put our poly brushes in. It's look mint, I must say. I didn't expect it to come up this good, but it's pretty good. So the poly brushes, with the money that I saved from restoring the brakes and not buying new ones on eBay, they're only £117 for the lot. So all your front suspension or your rear suspension, anti-roll bars and drop links, all for £117, and it's made in the UK as well. You even get a nice little instructions of all where you have to put every single one. They're made by a company called Flowflex in the UK as well. This is how it comes packaged, all numbered up. It's really easy to follow instructions. It's pretty fast packaging and postage as well. I'll leave a link to this in the description below. I also bought myself some other goodies, some bottom ball joints, Quinton Hazel ones. I always, when I can, buy the Quinton Hazel stuff because it was quality back in the day and it's still quality now. So there you go. That's what you should be left with. thanks again, people, for watching. That was a nice little episode from me, I think. Hope that is going to help some people out. And once again, please subscribe, give us a nice like. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel again. Check out my other videos, and I shall see you on the next one. Bye bye.